So why is the player hurting Chris, or specifically Noel? Throughout the Snowgrave route, for some reason we just have it out for Chris, making his life a living hell and also targeting his childhood friend. But why? Why are we specifically targeting her? Just to rage bait Chris? I don't think so. But there is this theory that I personally haven't seen anyone talk about, aside from like memes on Twitter, and I personally think it makes a lot of sense, so I'm here to get your opinion on it. I think the reason why the player is targeting Noel and purposely trying to make her stronger is because he's trying to switch bodies with her. And I think the reason he's targeting Noel and not someone like Susie or Rouse is because Noel has the ability to break the game. That's why Queen was so worried for her in Chapter 2. Noel can go places where no one else can. And we all know how much the fanbase loves tearing the game apart in order to find secrets. Because if the player just wanted to be strong, he could have just made anyone else strong, like Susie, for example. But for some reason, he's specifically targeting Noel. I think the Snowgrave route represents seeking knowledge at a price. You might find all the answers you want in the Snowgrave route, but all the characters in the game are going to suffer because of it. The next thing I want to talk about in deltarune isn't really a theory, it's more of a complaint. The other day, I was having a conversation with some pals on Discord. It was about deltarune, of course, and in that conversation, I talked about how the reason why Chris might look evil is because he's supposed to be the counterpart of Kara from Undertale. And everyone was like, what? No, what are you on? He's not Kara. And I'm like, yeah, he's not Kara, but he's his counterpart. They're both adopted humans in the Dreamer family. They're both creepy and apparently carry knives around. Oh, and also, they're wearing the same exact clothes. Also, Kara's gender is left up to interpretation, which is why I think Chris is struggling with his gender identity. I also know some people might think that Chris is just Frisk from Undertale, and I think that too, but I'm pretty sure Frisk is just like a reincarnated version of Kara in the game. So I think he represents like both of them. But if he doesn't, and we haven't seen anything about Frisk, then I think Susie might be Deltarune's version of Frisk. What's my evidence to back this up? Nothing. I just think it would be cool if Kara, Frisk, and Azrael were the main characters of Deltarune. Oh, and Rouse is obviously Azrael because it's in the name. But he's also Chris's persona and apparently looks nothing like Azrael. That's why I think characters can represent multiple things. And yeah, that's pretty much all the thoughts I had on Deltarune. So, see ya. I almost forgot to mention Sans represents Ness canon.